All right, did not have my mic on. We're off to a good start. Welcome back to Baltimore Orioles franchise. This is episode 3. Today we take on the Detroit Tigers. In the headline of the video, I said at Detroit Tigers. It's versus the Detroit Tigers. We're at home. It's at Baltimore. We are 9-9 currently. That's probably about where I expected this team to be, and I am very, very happy with the progress this team has made since the last time we played. The last time we played was this 2-1 loss to New York. We were coming off of 4 straight losses. I was not feeling good about this team, and we went ahead and won one of the remaining games against New York, then swept Oakland in 4 games, then won a game against the White Sox before losing the final 2, and then split with Washington. So 9-9, not too bad. There's some real positives for this team, and there is also some concerning things to start the season. Grayson Rodriguez has been pretty damn. The whip is a little bit elevated, but the ERA 257, great. He's actually pitching like an ace right now. Hunter Green has been pretty strong. The whip for him still a little elevated to 162. We know he's going to have some control problems, so that whip is never going to be super low for him, but he's limiting the runs. 3 ERA. Dean Kramer is pitching lights out, 3-0 with an ERA under 1, 0.75 whip. Today's starter, Kyle Baradish, in the 4 spot in the rotation, has struggled to a 6 ERA out of the gate, and Ryan Pepio is at an 8 ERA. So the bottom of the rotation has struggled a bit. The bullpen has been mixed. Keegan Aiken's been pretty good. Keegan Thompson, too many Keegans. Keegan Thompson and Keegan Aiken have both been pretty good. Cole Irvin has been pretty good. DL Hall has really, really struggled. He's striking guys out, but he's walking a ton of guys, allowing a lot of runs. Brian Baker has really struggled as well, especially when I'm not manually controlling him. Cionel Perez, he's been okay. Mixed results for him. Hunter Harvey has really struggled in the setup role. Felix Bautista has had 4 really good outings and then a disastrous outing. So it's been a mixed bag for him. With the lineup, same thing. Brendan Donovan is in the leadoff spot now because Adam Frazier was struggling to get on base. Even though Brendan Donovan is cold right now, he's carrying a 347 on base. He's probably never going to hit for much power, but if he keeps that on base up, that's really all I need out of the leadoff spot. Cedric Mullins has been pretty good out of the 2-hole. If he keeps that up, I'd be pretty happy with it. Adley Rushman's been great. I would like to get more guys on in front of him so he can do a little bit more damage. I might honestly flip he and Santander at some point if they keep performing like this, because Santander has been pretty empty power so far. He's not hit for high average, on base under 300. He'd be a better fit for the 3-hole. Rushman would be a better fit to hit cleanup. I might look at swapping them at some point. Mountcastle's been really strong out of the 5-hole. If he puts up a season like that, oh my God, I'd be over the moon with that. Max Kepler has been very good for us, even though he's regressing for some reason. I don't understand. Ian Happ has been pretty strong out of the 7-hole. That's been a good acquisition so far. Adam Frazier at second base, a little slow out of the gates. That might be a position at some point I either look to upgrade via trade, or I might even try like Ramon Urias or even Mateo, even though I really like Mateo as a super utility guy. Yepes is a butcher at third base, but technically I could have him play third base and put Donovan at second, just to get Yepes' bat in there. Gunnar Henderson has struggled. Again, just 21 years old. I'm going to go ahead and let this play out and hope he just kind of continues to develop. I did want to take a quick look at my roster because I can't remember what's there. Okay, that's a guy I signed out of free agents. I forgot to edit him down. Taylor Motter, Jordan Westberg, not a really solid option. Jackson Holliday is the future at shortstop and will probably move Gunnar Henderson to second or third in the future, but he's still probably 2 years away. So I don't really have any internal options to go ahead second base other than either putting Colton Cowser at third base or Nolan Jones at third base and then letting Brendan Donovan play second. Those aren't bad options, but if I'm looking for like an impact upgrade, it's probably not going to come from either of those guys. All right. I think we're about ready to jump into this game. We got Michael Lorenzen on the mound for the Detroit Tigers, Kyle Bradish for the Baltimore Orioles. We are playing full game. They don't have any alternate uniforms. We're just going to go ahead and go with the whites. Quick counts on. Bradish on the mound. We're coming off of a day off, so everybody's rested. Let's go ahead and jump into this. Trying to get this team back above 500. We don't need to see the intro. There is the man on the mound today, Kyle Bradish. 3 starts, 1 and 2, 6 ERA, 167 WHIP, 12 strikeouts in 15 innings, but 6 walks and 19 hits. And it is Jake Rogers leading off. That's an interesting decision. We are going to start Rogers off with a fastball away. Try to get ahead of the count. And he fouls it off 1 and 2. All right, let's go back in a similar location with a slider and see if we can get him to chase. We got too much of the plate, but it's Jake Rogers, so he swung and missed. I would love to know how the AI came up with Jake Rogers as the leadoff hitter for this game. Did he win some sort of contest? 2-2 count to Riley Green. Let's see if we can have a change-up diving down and away. Either get the swing and a miss or soft contact. It just misses away. That's going to run it to a full count. Riley Green hitting 182 to start the season. He's off to a slow start. Let's go fastball outer half. Up, and he fouls it away to stay alive. He was early on that. All right, let's come back with a slider and kind of run it down and in a little bit. Oh, good location. We got him to pull it foul. That was really the only thing he could do with that pitch. He was early on that. We're going back to the fastball outer half. Oh, that was strike 3. But it is called a ball. We got squeezed on that one. That was a perfect pitch. Bad call. 2-2 count. Miguel Cabrera. I'm going change up, down and in. I want him to roll over this and hit into a double play. Not a good pitch. It ran too far in. Full count. All right. We are going to go fastball away. And it misses away. That one was a legitimate ball 4. 2 walks for Kyle Bradish here in the top of the first. I don't even feel like I'm trying to paint the corners. I'm just not throwing pitches in the strike zone at all. 1-1 count to Javi Baez. We're going to go slider down and away, see if we can get him over aggressive. And oh my God, Javi Baez lays off a slider just off the zone. That's how I know this is a video game, because there's no way Javi Baez doesn't swing at that. All right, let's go fastball inner half. And he hits it pretty well, but he's way out in front. Foul ball. 2-2 count. We're coming back with a changeup down and in. And it's weak contact, broken bat. Bradish has got to hurry. Throws to Mountcastle for the out at first. He only had one play. The runners move up to second, third. And we take a look at the Tigers lineup. Jake Rogers DHing, hitting first. Riley Green in center. Miguel Cabrera first base. Javi Baez, Austin Meadows in right. Eric Haas at catcher. Jonathan Scope at second. Matt Bierling in left. And God only knows who's playing third base. Austin Meadows off to a 180 start. And we are down a quick 2-0 in this count. Let's run a fastball away. And they are just... This is the best plate discipline team in the major leagues, apparently. 3-1 count. Let's come back with a changeup. And he tried to check his swing, but he went on a changeup down just out of the zone. That'll run it full. Let's go with a high fastball, try to run one by him. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Two walks in the top of the first by Kyle Bradish, but no hits for the Tigers and no runs. And here's Michael Lorenzen, the starter for the Tigers. 3 starts, 2.65 ERA, 124 whip, 13 strikeouts in 17 innings, 5 walks, 16 hits. He's been pretty solid so far to start the season. If he continues that, that is a big victory for the Detroit Tigers. And we have Brendan Donovan leading things off. 1-1 count. And we are way out in front of a circle change. Hit it well, just way out in front. I don't like this hitting view. I know this breaks things up and nobody wants to see this, but I am still... Actually, that's a little bit better. Ooh, that's not bad. That's not bad. I'm going to try that. I'm going to try strike zone 3. 3-2 count to Cedric Mullins. Oh, yeah, that's going to be very nice. Ball's well hit to center, but that's going to hang up for Riley Green, 2 away. I felt like I saw that a lot better than I have been. Brendan Donovan leading off. Cedric Mullins in center. Rushman behind the plate. Santander DHing. Mountcastle at first. Kepler in right. Happ in left. Frazier at second. And Gunnar Henderson at shortstop. And that'll bring up the catcher Adley Rushman. Off to a strong start to the season with an OPS over 1,000. It's a 1-1 count against Michael Lorenzen. Takes ball 2. Fastball down low. All right, I am looking dead red fastball here. I want to turn on something. Ooh, there's a changeup. Played my aggressiveness against me. 2-2 count. It was another changeup. Well hit into center field. A diving play by Green. Bounces off his glove. That's going to get down for a hit. I was going to be pretty aggravated if he caught that. I got to take a drink real quick. I know I've talked about this on my streams before. All right, ball 3 to Anthony Santander. But I have a job where I say maybe like 20 words a day. So when I actually do these streams and I have to speak throughout the entire thing. Oh, fouled that one off. Okay, full count. When I have to talk to these entire videos, oh my God, my throat gets so dry. And I feel like I end up coughing about 25 times over the course of an hour. And it's got to be the most annoying thing in the world to listen to. Oh, yeah, look at that. Beautiful. Who's got the good eye now? 2 out, 2 on. Anthony Santander takes a 2-out walk, and that'll bring up Ryan Mountcastle with a 2-1 count. Oh, out in front of a changeup. Yanks it down the line. That is going to get down. That's going to score at least one. Here comes Santander, and he will score without a throw. A 2-out, 2-run double for Ryan Mountcastle. Puts Baltimore out in front 2-0. That is the offensive breakthrough that we needed. And to be honest, it was a little bit lucky. I was way out in front of that changeup. But Mountcastle yanks it down the left field line for a double. And that'll bring up Max Kepler, who takes ball 2 on a fastball that looked to be in the zone. That'll make it a 2-1 count, a 2-out RBI opportunity for Max Kepler. And he goes opposite field. Riley Green running in makes the catch. I thought for a second that had a chance to get down. Ryan Mountcastle yanks a changeup away down the left field line for a 2-out, 2-run double. It's 2-0 Orioles after 1. And that'll bring up Eric Haas, the 6-hole hitter. And we are going to rush a fastball up and into him. And he hits a weak ground ball to Henderson. Scoop, throw, in time, 1 away. And that'll bring up Jonathan Scope with 1 away. A 2-1 count to Scope. We're going to try a changeup just down and in. And he hits a weak grounder to Frazier. Easy play over to first, in time. 2 down. 2 pretty quick outs for Bradish here in the second. And that'll bring up Matt Vierling, former Philadelphia Philly. I think Vierling is generally a better hitter against lefties. So I'm a little surprised to see him in there against a right-handed pitcher. Maybe the Tigers just don't have any better options. But we run it to 3-1, missing twice inside. We're going to try fastball a little bit on the outer half. And that ball's well hit to center. Mullins coming in, makes a shoestring grab. That was risky. If he doesn't make that play, that ball gets to the wall, and it's probably 3 at least. Very nice play by Cedric Mullins out in center field. And Ian Happ, hitting 7th, will lead off the second inning for the Baltimore Orioles with a 1-1 count. And takes a sinker in the strike zone. Strike 1. Or strike 2. 1-2. And swing and a miss at a changeup down. Strike 3. And it'll bring up Adam Frazier, who's struggled out of the gates, hitting just .218. And that's a hard hit ball to third base. That is going to get past the sliding defender into left field for a single. Adam Frazier is on with 1 out. And it'll bring up Gunnar Henderson. I still haven't a clue who's playing third base for the Tigers. All right, man on first, 1 away for Gunnar Henderson. It's a fastball running away, ball 2. Henderson second on the Orioles with 4 doubles. And that ball's well hit to left. Vierling is not going to have to move. Easy play out there for out number 2. That ball was hammered, though. 101 miles an hour off the bat. And it'll bring up Brendan Donovan. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. 2-1 count. Swing and a miss to a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. 2-2 to the leadoff header. And he is late on a high fastball, is able to just get enough to foul it off out of play. We'll do it again, 2-2. 94-mile-an-hour fastball blows it by him for strike 3. So it is 1 hit, no runs for the Orioles in the bottom of the second. It's still 2-0 as we head to the third. And it is Nick Matone? It's Nick M. playing third base for the Tigers, hitting ninth. And we rush a fastball up in the zone. He's late on it, fouls it off. 1-2. We're going to go a little bit higher up in the zone. And he checks his swing. Did he go? Yes. Strike 3. 97-mile-an-hour fastball by Bradish up out of the zone. We get him to chase. 1 away. Jake Rogers back to the top of the order. We are going to try to drop a curveball into Rogers. I have not used the curveball yet. And we get a swing and a miss. It was down out of the zone. We got the chase. He was late on it, so let's go with another high fastball. See if we can blow Rogers away. And that ball's well hit, deep left center field. Mullins on the run. He's not going to get to it. It's down off the wall. Mullins gets it back into the cutoff man, and that'll hold Rogers to a double. 97-mile-an-hour fastball up in the zone. It got too much of the zone. Rogers got around on it and hammered it to the left center field into the deepest part of the ballpark. Before the renovations out there, that would have been an easy home run. So runner on second, 1 out. Riley Green up to the plate. We are going to try to get Riley to hit a ground ball. And the changeup misses far away for ball 2. All right, let's go back to the fastball away. And it is lifted to left. Happ is going to have an easy play on it. Gets it into the cutoff man Henderson to hold the runner Rogers at second. 2 away, man on second for Miguel Cabrera, the future Hall of Famer. Let's see if the old man can still get around on a fastball. He can. And he fouls one off. He was early. Let's go with a slider running down and away, see if we get him to chase. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Scoreless through 3 for the Tigers. Kyle Bradish looking pretty good. 2-0 Orioles. And the 2-hole hitter Cedric Mullins will lead off the bottom of the third for the Orioles with a 1-2 count. Ooh, got lucky to foul off a fastball way up out of the zone. I don't know what I was expecting that to be, but I was not looking fastball. And it's another fastball. I'm late on it. Pop it up to shortstop. Javi Baez will take a few steps back into left center field to make the play. Right now, I'm catching myself late on 2 strike fastballs by Lorenzen. He's kind of surprising me. I'm expecting off-speed stuff, and he's continuing to throw fastballs. And there, I was looking for the fastball, and he threw the changeup, and I was way out in front. 1-2 to Adley Rutschman. And there was another changeup. Yeah, I've just fallen back into this thing where I'm just flailing at pitches. I'm early on the off-speed stuff and late on the fastball. I'm just caught in between on everything. That's well hit. Deep right center field. Back goes Green at the wall. Makes the catch. Oh, I thought Santander got one. That was going to be just my second home run of this Orioles franchise while I'm playing. I hit one on opening day with Carson Kelly to pick up a 1-0 win. I thought I got that. All right. Top of the fourth, Javi Baez late on a changeup that stayed up in the zone. Lucky that was not deposited in the left field bleachers. But that tells me we need to come back with a high fastball. Javi does not chase. 2-2. And now let's run that slider down and away. And there's the Javi Baez swing and miss. There's my cough. I've been chasing it off most of this game because I've been drinking a shit ton of water. But you finally got me. You got me to cough. All right, 1-1 count to Austin Meadows. And it's a fastball away, ball 2. Let's see if we could drop a curveball in there to even this count. There it is. Strike 2. I don't throw a lot of curveballs, but sometimes it can be an effective pitch when you're behind an account and just to get me over curveball. Back foot slider, swings and fouls it off on 2-2. All right, we're going to come back up and in with a fastball, see if we can blow him away. Wow, he fouled that off. 96 mile an hour on the hands. Let's go with the changeup running down and away. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him out front. Bradish is cruising so far, though the pitch count is at 71 as Eric Haas steps in with a 1-1 count. We are going to start Haas off with a curveball. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Let's go slider down and away. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Another scoreless inning for Kyle Bradish. Still 2-0 Orioles as we head to the bottom of the 4th. And Ryan Mountcastle steps in with a 2 RBI double earlier in the game. And he waves and misses at a changeup down and away. And smokes a fastball to short. Javi Baez scoops it up. Easy throw to first base to get Mountcastle 1 away. 107 miles an hour off the bat. Just pounded it straight into the turf. And that'll bring up Max Kepwell. Kepwell takes a changeup down and away for ball 2. Kepwell's been hot, 391 over his last 7 games. And he looks at ball 3, fastball high out of the zone. And he turns on one, hitting one deep to right, but it's going to be playable out there for Austin Meadows. That ball was pretty well hit, just not a lot under it. Settled into Meadows' glove for the second out. And that'll bring up Ian Happ with a 2-2 count. And it is a changeup pounded into second base. Scope, easy play for the third out. Still 2-0 after 4 innings. We head to the 5th. 2-0 Orioles. Kyle Bradish still on the mound, 76 pitches, facing Jonathan Scope. We need to get a fastball over to even this count. And we get one over, and Scope fouls it off. He's way out in front. We're going slider down and away. And it's weakly hit to shortstop. Gunnar Henderson a couple steps into left field, makes the play. 1 away in the 5th. That'll bring up Matt Vierling, who we're going to start off with a changeup. And he watches it down low, ball 2. All right, let's go fastball away. That misses away off the plate, 3-1. I do not want to walk Matt Vierling, so we're going to go fastball inner half. And Vierling hits a base hit up the middle. Mullins scoops it up, gets it in, holds him to a single. It's a 1-out single for Matt Vierling. At least I made him earn it. And that'll bring up Nick M. 2-1 count I'm going to try a changeup. I want him to hit a ground ball if I can. And he swings and misses at one out of the zone. That was lucky. The changeup was not in a good location. That probably should have been taken for an easy ball. We are going to run a fastball up in the zone, try to blow him away. And he hits a soft looper to left field. That's going to get down. Hap over to try to cut it off. And the Tigers are going to have men on the corners with one out. We were able to hold Matone to a single, but the runner goes from first to third. That ball was weakly hit, just looped over to the third baseman. There was nothing we could do. And this is a good scoring opportunity for the Tigers with the top of the order coming up. Men on the corners, one out. We are going to get the bullpen going. This is going to be a good spot to get Keegan Thompson up. With a 3-1 count, we are going to go with a changeup down to Jake Rogers. And it is a changeup way down, ball 4. And the bases are loaded with one out for Riley Green. And we are going to go a slider down and in. And Riley Green is late on it and fouls it off. 1-2. So we're going to run a high fastball up out of the zone, see if we get him to chase. Not even close. He takes an easy ball, 2. All right, now let's run the changeup down and away, see if we get him to hit into a double play. He spits on it just out of the zone, ball 3. The slider is the only thing I can throw for a strike right now, so I'm throwing a slider down and in again. And it's hit to short. Henderson to Frazier to Mountcastle, pulls Mountcastle off the bag. We're not able to turn the double play, and the run scores. It looked like a tailor-made double play ball. Over to second, no problem. The return throw to first is wide. Mountcastle's pulled off the bag. 2-1. And we are going to have a mound visit. And this is going to be the last batter for Kyle Bradish, one way or the other. We're going back to the slider. It's for the best pitch. 1-1. And it is blocked by Rushman. It was down out of the zone. All right, we're going to have to go with a fastball on the outer half to Miguel Cabrera. And he takes ball 3. So we're going to go change up, down, and into Cabrera. And he takes ball 4 way off the plate. That's going to do it for Kyle Bradish. He is not going to escape the 5th inning. He is not going to be eligible for the win. Keegan Thompson coming into the game to face Javi Baez with the bases loaded, 2 outs. And a 1-1 count. And we're going to run a cutter on the outer half. And the swing and a miss, foul ball. Not swing and a miss, foul ball. Foul ball, strike 2. Oh my God. I need to learn how to speak. Change up, circle change. We're going to run it down out of the zone. And we don't get him to chase. It's blocked by Rushman. Kept close enough that the runner is not able to score from third. So 2-2 count to Javi. We're going back to that cutter. We're going to run it off the plate again. And he swings through it, strike 3. Excuse me. So it is a rough 5th inning, but we're somehow able to tiptoe out of that with the lead. And we will take a 2-1 lead to the bottom of the 5th. Adam Frazier against Michael Lorenzen. Taken for ball 2. Sinker away. And I was sitting fastball. It was a circle change down in the zone. I swung right through it. I actually timed it pretty well. And fastball away, chopped to third. Nick Matone over to first in time. And Adam Frazier is down for the first out of the inning, and that'll bring up Gunnar Henderson, who's 0 for 1. He's got a 2-1 count. And it's fastball just off the plate away, 3-1 count. Line drive right at the shortstop Baez. 2 away. Gunnar Henderson has hit 2 balls over 95 miles an hour in this game, and he's got 2 outs. So at least we're making good contact. That'll bring up Brendan Donovan with a 3-1 count. And Donovan smokes a line drive up the middle for a base hit. It was a fastball right down the middle on a 3-1 count. And he squared it up, sent it right back up the middle for a single. And that's going to do it for Michael Lorenzen. And the Tigers are going to go to the bullpen. And I don't know who it is. It is Bo Brieske. I have never heard of this person in my life. But they're into the game with a 1-1 count, 2 away. And the runner was going and steals second. I accidentally sent Brendan Donovan on the steal. I did not mean to do that, but it works out. And I get the runner into scoring position with a 1-2 count. Cedric Mullins at the plate. But the changeup down out of the zone induces a swing and a miss, strike 3. So a sloppy, awkward bottom of the 5th inning. That's 0 runs for the Orioles. It's still 2-1 after 5. And we head to the 6th. It's still Keegan Thompson in the game. He'll face Austin Meadows to lead off the 6th inning with a 3-1 count. We're going to go with just a simple fastball away. And Meadows is late. He's very late, so we're going to rush another fastball up in the zone this time. And he watches strike 3. And that'll bring up Eric Haas. We are going to go with a cutter down and away to start Haas off. And he sure looked like he swung at that, but they say he checked his swing, 2-1. He was early, so let's come back with a 2-1 changeup. Swing and a miss, strike 2. He was very early. All right, we've slowed him down. Let's speed him back up with a fastball up just out of the zone. And swing and a miss, strike 3. Keegan Thompson strikes out the first 2 batters in the 6th. And that'll bring up Jonathan Scope, who's 0 for 2 with a line out and a ground out and a 3-1 count. We are going to go with a fastball up and away. And Scope fouls one off. He was just a little bit early. So let's go with a cutter running down and away. And it's a soft grounder to Henderson. Up, over, and across in time to get Jonathan Scope to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Tigers. It's still 2-1 Baltimore. We head to the bottom of the 6th. And it's Adley Rushman with a 1-2 count. And we take ball 2. Fastball up in the zone. Sean Hazel and Edwin Uceda up in the Tigers bullpen. Tigers going with the interesting bullpen strategy of just finding the most difficult names to pronounce. And it's a soft liner up the middle, knocked down by Scope. He is going to throw the ball away, but it stays in play. The runner is not able to advance. It's going to be scored a base hit for Adley Rushman. Surprised he even attempted that throw, and then almost threw it out of play. So man on to lead off the inning for Anthony Santander. And it is a fast, very late on, fouled off. 1-2. And that's going to be a double play ball. Back to the mound, over to Baez, back to first in time, double play. That ball was hit pretty well, but Brieske made a nice play. And that'll bring up Ryan Mountcastle with 2 out, nobody on. And I thought I had a hanging curveball, but it ran a little bit inside. 1-2. Oh, good pitch. Slider ran away. Strike 3. Nothing doing for the Orioles in the 6th. We will head to the 7th inning. Still 2-1. And I honestly would have liked... I would have liked to have gotten Brian Baker up for this inning, but I didn't. So we'll get him up now, and if Keegan Thompson gets into any trouble, we'll bring him in. Let's start veering off with a fastball. He chases a fastball up for strike 2. He is early. He is out in front of it, so we are going to run a changeup down and in. And he lays off of it just out of the zone. We're going to come up with a cutter running away. And he takes it. I got more of the plate than I wanted. But no swing. He takes strike 3, 1 away. And that'll bring up Nick Batone. Had a big single back in that chaotic 5th inning. And he swings through a fastball to run it to 1-2. Also early on it. So again, we're going change up again, see if we can get him to chase. Nope. We're not getting any bites on that change up, but it's been fastball. It's really been working the cutter off of the straight fastball, off the 4-seamer. And we run a cutter in just a little bit too far in. We're going to have to go back to the 4-seamer away. And it's a soft grounder to Mountcastle. He'll take it himself. 2 down. And that'll bring up Jake Rogers. This may be the last hitter for Keegan Thompson. We're already at 2 innings. Baker's probably almost ready. If it gets past Rogers, we might go to the bullpen. And it is taken for ball 2. Borderline pitch on the outside half. We're going to come back with a 2-1 changeup. Rogers takes it for strike 2. We're going to run a fastball upstairs. If it gets to 3-2, we'll throw a cutter. And Rogers swings and misses at the high fastball. Keegan Thompson comes in and shuts down a Tigers rally in the 5th. Pitches a scoreless bottom of the 7th. It is Max Kepler to lead us off, but first we're going to look at the bullpen. Brian Baker is up and ready, but we do not need him anymore. This is going to be Hunter Harvey, then Felix Bautista. So we're going to get Hunter Harvey up. He's going to get the 8th inning. See if Max Kepler can get anything off of Brisky. No. I sure felt like I swung at that. 3-2 count. Taking ball 4. Risky is a hard pitcher to hit. He comes very much straight over. I don't know if this is a real person. I just got a close look at that guy, and that looks like a computer-generated face. And another changeup down I was out in front of. Ian Happ is able to tap it foul. 2-2 count. Oh, rushed a fastball in, and I had to fight it off. If this gets to 3-2, I might consider setting the runner. Fouls off another fastball I was very late on. I'm having to defend against that changeup, so I've been late on a fastball. There's the changeup. Double play ball to Cabrera, to Baez, and to Brisky covering first base. 3-6-1 double play. That's what I wanted to stay out of, and I hit into it anyway. And I'll bring up Adam Frazier, who's 1 for 2. Frazier takes ball 2 on a fastball away. And a swing and a miss at a big curveball. It's just early on it. And he rushes a fastball in. Light pop up to Javi Baez, makes the easy play for the third out. This has been a very disappointing offensive performance again. I jumped out of the gates, got 2 runs in the top of the first, felt good. It was like, oh, here we go, putting up some offense, and then we've just been shut down since then. Holding on to a 2-1 lead. The very shaky Hunter Harvey into the game with a 2-1 count to face Riley Green. Let's try to get a fastball over. And Riley Green is late on a fastball away, chops it foul. All right, let's try a splitter down on a 2-2 count. And a swing and a miss, strike 3. The stuff for Hunter Harvey is really good. His ability to locate it, not so good. So it's going to be some up and down performances. 1-1 count to Miguel Cabrera. I don't want to groove a fastball. Let's go with a splitter. And it's way down for ball 2. All right, let's go fastball inner half. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. He is late on the 99-mile-an-hour fastball. Let's go right back to it. And we run that one up very high for ball 3. 3-2 count. We're going to come back to a splitter. And we get the swing and a foul tip caught by Rushman for strike 3. 2 up, 2 down for Hunter Harvey, and that's going to bring up Javi Baez, the powerful shortstop, with a 1-1 count. And we are going to start Javi off with a splitter as well. And Javi takes ball 2. Let's try a fastball away. Strike 2 on the outer half. All right, let's go to a slider. See if we get Javi to chase a slider. Nope, it was a little bit too far away. 3-2 count. I'm going back to the splitter down. Let's see if we get Javi to chase. And that ball is lifted to deep center field. Mullins is going to have room, settles under it, makes the play for out number 3. A scoreless, painless top of the 8th for Hunter Harvey. And the Baltimore Orioles are going to carry a 2-1 lead into the bottom of the 8th. And we are going to get Felix Bautista up. He is going to come in to try to close this game out in the top of the 9th. But first, Gunnar Henderson's going to lead off the bottom of the 8th. And he takes a circle change down low for ball 2, 2-1. And he takes a slider down low, ball 3. And a fastball, a generous strike 2 call. And it runs this one full. And it is a line drive to Javi Baez. And Gunnar Henderson has lined out again. 3 balls in this game that he has absolutely mashed. All 3 have gone for outs. And that takes us back to the top of the order. Brendan Donovan takes ball 2 on a fastball down just out of the zone. And we take a curveball down for 3-1. And it is a fastball lifted to center field. It's going to be easily playable for Riley Green, 2 away. Squared that fastball up pretty good, just didn't do any damage. Easy fly ball. And that'll bring up Cedric Mullins, who was 0 for 3. And Mullins takes a fastball away to run it to 2-1. And it's a circle change running away to run it to 3-1. And it's a fastball down and away, but in the strike zone to run it full. And it's a changeup hit to the right side. Scope makes a spinning play and throw to get the out. And we will go to the ninth. 2-1 Orioles. And in comes the closer, Felix Bautista. 6 games, 0-1, 4 for 4 in save opportunities. The one blow-up outing was a non-save opportunity. As he tries to nail down his 5th save of the year, the first batter he faces will be Austin Meadows. We're going to start Meadows off with a fastball away. It's taking ball 2. Let's go back to the fastball away. Swing and a foul ball. Runs it to 2-2. He is early, so we are going to go to the splitter down. And it's fouled off. It'll say 2-2 very early. Let's go slider, back foot. It is very back foot. And Meadows has to dip out of the way. Full count. We're going back to the fastball. And swing and a miss, strike 3, 101 miles an hour on the black. 1 away. 2-2 count to Eric Haas. We're going high fastball. Ooh, he gets caught looking at 101 on the corner, just off the corner for ball 3. Full count. We're going to run a slider down and away. And a swing and a miss, strike 3. He chased it. 2 down. 3-1 count to Jonathan Scope, trying to keep this ball game alive. We're going to go fastball outer half. Scope lips a fly ball to left field. It's going to be playable for Happ. This should do it. Makes the play, and the Orioles win. Above 500 with a 2-1 victory against Detroit. It was not pretty, but the Orioles got the job done. The offense continues to struggle. Only 5 hits, 2 runs, both at the top of the first. And the Tigers hold on, or the Orioles hold on for dear life to beat the Tigers. Keegan Thompson was really the difference maker in this game. He came in with the bases loaded, 2 outs in the 5th inning, got out of that jam, pitched a scoreless 6th and a scoreless 7th, handed the ball off to the back end of the bullpen, who nailed things down. Another 1-run win for the Orioles, who struggled to get to Michael Lorenzen, got nothing off of Bo Brisky, had 1 hit in 3 1/3 inning against Brisky. But that is going to do it for episode 3 of Baltimore Orioles franchise. We get another win. Still not seeing the offensive production that we want. Our next game that we jump into is probably going to be this Kansas City game. I'm probably going to go ahead and quick manage up to then, and I'll hop back in for that game. Hopefully we're still above 500. Hopefully we're still hanging around in the division and the wild card race. We can look at the roster, see how guys are performing, see if we need to consider making any more changes. But that's going to do it for episode 3. Thanks for watching.